Hello, class. Welcome to our welfare video project. Would you like to give them a definition on welfare, Jake?
I would love to give them a definition on welfare, Chris, being that is my subject of expertise. Welfare is a government-run system that provides for the happiness, well-being, and fortunes of an individual or group.
Did you get that definition from the dictionary, Jake?
Well, yes I did, because I get all of my definitions from the dictionary, Chris.
Well, I believe it's just a set of programs set up to aid citizens, and these various programs are Social Security, Medicare, and food stamps.
Thank you for enlightening me, Chris. Now on to the rest of our project.
Currently, 1/8 of all Californians are unemployed, the second highest unemployment rate in the country, only behind Nevada. Placer County alone has a 10% unemployment rate, while Sacramento County's unemployment rate is nearing 11%. With so many out of work, many are turning to government welfare programs for aid, sparking a large debate both at the state and national level over whether or not so much money should go to welfare programs, considering the growing debt and calls to cut spending. Currently, over 12% of the federal government spending goes to welfare. Many have weighed in on the debate over welfare.
The job of the government, this is what it's being taught in some of the schools across the country, the job of the government is to take care of you. No, it's not. No, it is not. They get this idea from the promote the general welfare part of the Constitution. I can't believe they get it from there because I don't think they ever read it. Apparently, they don't like to look at the actual words of James Madison, you know, the guy who wrote it. He said, quote, "With respect to the words of general welfare, I have always regarded them as qualified by the detail of powers connected with them. If you take them literal and unlimited sense, would be a metamorphosis of the Constitution." Enough of this. A metamorphosis. A metamorphosis. James Madison's word. Wow. Fundamental transformation. Fundamental transformation of America, as Barack Obama would call his change.
Republicans believe that too much federal money is going to welfare, and in order to rein in spending, welfare programs need to be cut. However, Democrats believe that helping American citizens is a priority, and no money should be cut from welfare programs.
Republicans do not like the current welfare system because they believe it ties up too much of the federal spending and state budget into spending on the poor, and they do not believe it creates jobs and it promotes the idea that people do not have to work. However, Democrats will not touch welfare because a lot of their voting constituents come from the welfare bloc.
California Representative Ken Calvert, who represents the Orange County District, recently proposed a bill in the House of Representatives to limit welfare to only 2 years, which would encourage people on welfare to be actively seeking jobs and not just relying on government checks for their living.
Common welfare recipients include musicians, homeless, and the uneducated.
Chris, guess what I found out?
What?
Well, California has 12% of the nation's population, but has 1/3 of the nation's welfare recipients.
But that's not all. 15.3% of Californians live in poverty.
In California, single people have to work about 30 hours to receive welfare, whereas married people have to work from anywhere between 35 to 55 hours to receive welfare. If you don't meet these requirements, you can be disqualified from the welfare program, and it's on a person-to-person basis. We headed down to the Placer County Welfare Office to get some more information. However, we were unable to secure an interview due to the confidentiality of the subject of welfare.
We're here at the Placer County Health and Human Services Department off of Sunset in Rockland. This is where people come to apply for general aid and welfare. It's a fast and easy process where people can get food stamps and Medi-Cal to help live their lives.
We sat down with local soccer coach and former pro bowler Frank Gimignani
My name is Frank Gimignani.
to hear his thoughts about Social Security and Medicare.
When I was turning 62, my job sold a business, sold a property, dissolved the company. In other words, I was 62, and what do? Do you go and get another job? Or, you know, nobody wants to hire somebody that's up in age. So I sold my house and took the Social Security and come up here and retired, and it's been a good experience. It puts money on the table, food on the table, and without that, I wouldn't know what if I didn't get a job, I'd probably be really hurting right now. So it's been very positive.
Gotcha.
For me, it's going to last because I'm going to be 71. But for you kids, you got to elect officials that will keep it going somehow, some way. Because when you get up in age without Medicare and Social Security, you can't survive. Because health care is, before I retired, I was paying $1,000 a month on my wife for her health care. Now I'm probably paying $150, so it makes a big difference. The only thing I can say is I worked 42 years, I earned it, I paid into it, and it's been a good reward, So without that, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. I'd probably be looking for jobs or collecting cans or something like that. So I'm signing off. Goodbye. GEMIGNANI